We are finally back with a video about our first bouldering session after the corona lockdown. I can't tell you how happy we were to be able to go bouldering again, finally. The problems we are showing you here are from Grimper and Villeneuve, Switzerland. At first we will briefly show you the different areas of the gym and briefly describe the corona related restrictions. If you want to jump directly to the boulder problems, I will also add the timestamps so that you can jump there if you want. As you can see here, Grimper features a sport climbing area and even a speed climbing wall. The access to the bouldering area is at the end of this floor on the left hand side. Starting on this floor, you can also access an outdoor climbing area. In general, I would say the focus of the gym is on sport climbing, but as mentioned, you can also go bouldering or do speed climbing. On the first floor, shown here, you can do some more sport climbing with a focus on top rope climbing. On this same floor, there's also a separate kids area we will briefly show you next.
So this is the other area, and here you can see, I think it's mainly for training. Here this wall, you can do some training, and here the perfect equipment for Javi. So apparently, if you see here, it's not just some plastic, it's down in it. So painful for the fingers, but it also is then a bit more like real climbing on a rock. Very nice, I think you will soon try it. Here's also a training wall. And then you can also here do some hangboard training. And yeah. There you see down to the climbing area.
Now finally, here is the bouldering area. It is quite small compared to other gyms, but it still features some interesting problems. As you can see here, they have different zones indicated by the yellow tape on the mattresses, and in each zone max of 5 people can be at the same time. And in total a max number of 30 people is allowed in the bouldering area. Besides this, there are some other rules you should follow. In the description you will find a link to a page where you can see a summary of all these rules. I will now just briefly mention some of them. First of all, you're supposed to change at home as the locker rooms are closed right now. Secondly, you should keep a 2-meter distance to other people, except of course you are performing the partner check when climbing or something like this. Thirdly, you should use disinfectant or liquid chalk based on alcohol before and after each route or boulder. The use of liquid chalk is not compulsory, but it is recommended. In our case we used liquid chalk, as were also most of the others we saw there. Finally, you need to bring a form to confirm that you will follow these and also the other rules. The preferred way is that you print it at home and bring it to the gym, but you can also get a form at the gym. But now let's get started. One of the first slightly more challenging problems for Javi was this pockety problem. Javi was so happy to be bouldering again that he basically skipped the whole warm-up and started bouldering right away. But well, I cannot really blame him because the last session felt like an eternity ago.
Oh, and I think the next is a 2-finger pocket. Yes, full of pockets. But I can just do that. So, how was it? It was very pockety, I guess. Yeah, I think if you try to make it through all the pockets, it's pretty difficult. Especially that one. Yeah. But I was scared actually to break my fingers or something.
After a warm-up and some easy problems, the next boulder was the first test piece for me.
It's looking pretty pathetic so far.
The main issue was to find a good starting position, as you could already hear in Javi's very motivating comment. It is dual text, however the part which is supposed to be slopey doesn't really cause any issues in this one.
You think he's gonna send it?
I believe in him. Ali. Yes, yes, yes. Nice. You see? He's gonna do it.
I
heard Harvey saying something at the beginning. How was it?
Do you see he will send it?
Maybe it was really pathetic.
Ah,
It was
pathetic,
really
yes.
pathetic.
That your start was pathetic. So in case one cannot see it from far away on the video, so these all are dual texture.
But actually this is not a problem because you don't need it.
Yeah.
Here some Kurbits a lot about body positioning and also about being a bit flexible.
Yeah.
The next one was highest on my to-do list for this day as I saw a video about it on Instagram. Thanks Paul for sharing, and I definitely wanted to give it a try. The key for me was to use a toe hook at the start to get a stable position. After this it's a lot about correct body position, as usual with slopers. I really enjoyed this one.
Ali, a bit further. Yes. Nice. Like it? You like it? No.
Yeah, it was really fun. To be honest, it was a bit easy for me because I saw somebody on Instagram doing the start. So Paul, if you're watching this, thanks for the hint. Because the toe beta really makes it easier. Because otherwise the starting position, because this is a sloper, it's a bit bad. And without it, it's I think way harder. Yeah, I was surprised about the flash, but it was really nice. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I think now you're done. Can you rotate with the right foot, Harvey? Or like this? Flash.
It's another problem.
Another problem, yeah. So it's starting to get a bit more cloudy. So this is Swiss style, one merci.
Yes, actually with, for my taste, a little bit too much here, but yeah, it's nice. I like the bar, I like the view to the mountains.
But you have to take into account Maria is like very picky with coffee.
I'm very picky with coffee, yeah. But yeah, it's very nice. I want really to come back here.
Right after the coffee, Maria did this problem consisting of hemispheres. Before, she struggled a bit on some problems because of her fear of heights and falling. But apparently, the coffee helped with this and she could finish easily. It was a bit dynamic. Yeah, it's easy. See, we told you. You should trust us.
So at least it was nice for the fingers.
Next for me was this black problem. Here the crux is at the end part, as the end hold is a bit slopey.
Plus it's making like any heads.
Ah, he's very good at that.
However, the heel look really helped me to keep a stable position so that I could match the end.
Yeah, but the top hold is worse than I expected. Yeah, I'm not sure whether this beater with the high heel is there. This is the wide one, but it was okay. But the top part is worse than I expected. Yeah.
Next, we have another problem with slightly slopey holds. Seems today was the day of the slopey holds. The whole floor was basically fine for me and was not a big challenge. Nevertheless, I nearly fell off because I underestimated the end hold. I'm not sure whether you can see it on the footage, but I was really close to falling off.
That was a desperate end. Okay, not the most elegant way.
Yeah, this is quite slopey, and I thought I had it, and then I realized no, I don't have it. So I had to fight.
Well, I was also surprised that you didn't try there to put the left foot like this, that you sit a bit on the bigger one.
Yeah, I thought about it, but then I thought like, oh no, maybe it's just better to go like this.
Okay.
So it was a bit desperate at the end.
As it's not uncomfortable, he finished the session in the overhang. Here you could basically just cruise through the problem.
So, bit pumpy?
No, not at all. It's pretty easy.
The last problem for me was this dual text problem. In contrast to the previously shown dual text problem, the white part here is really slippery. So here the dual text definitely had an impact on the boulder.
Klaus is doing great. He's letting him tired.
Very nice.
Luckily it's not all completely white up here. Otherwise it would be a bit shitty.
In the end, the boulder was quite easy and it was a nice finish of a first long-awaited bouldering session.
That's a cool one. Just have to be a bit careful with the white areas because they're really very slippery. But fun.
Last, we went back to the training area because Harvey wanted to take a look again at the crack. Furthermore, we also tested whether we could do a 2-finger pull-up with 2 arms.
You can. Come on. You can yell, and you can push on it. It's not just our...
Not right now. Maybe when
Okay.
I'm fresh or something. I can try, but no, I don't think I can do it.
You have to record Klaus now.
Another one. Another one, but like a full proper one. No, not a shitty one. I want your shin to be over the thing.
Yeah, so it was a nice trip to Villeneuve, to Grimper, and I think it was now 6 or 7 or maybe more weeks ago that we went bouldering last time.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, it was definitely very nice to go again in the gym to boulder a bit. I mean, we tried to stay in shape with hangboard bouldering, but of course not the same as if you are at the wall. So I'm quite happy with the session. So we could do more than I expected. I thought after 1 hour we are super pumped and cannot do anything anymore. So in that point of view, I'm quite happy. Yeah, as expected, we're not in the best shape after such a long break, at least me. And I also realized that I was more scared on the top. I need to get used to it again, and I need to trust my fingers again to so that I really think I can hold myself. I think the most what hurt was for me my fingertips. They hurt a lot, and also my foot. Like I would have wore the first time bouldering shoes. So yeah, I think that was the worst. The fingers and the feet, they hurt a lot. Oh, it was very nice. We should go again.
So I think for me it was basically the same when it comes to the performance. I expected to perform worse, but I think in general I'm quite happy. But as Maria already said, it's a different story if you just hang on the hangboard or if you go bouldering. And today, I mean, one day after the session, I can really feel it in my shoulders. But it's a nice kind of pain, and you have to embrace this kind of pain. And this was really nice. And I think if you're just interested in bouldering, then maybe the gym could get boring quite quickly. So if you go there 3-4 times a week, something like this, then because the bouldering area is quite small. But I think if you're into sport climbing and bouldering, it's a good gym. And maybe just recommendation if you're watching this and it takes a while for you until you can go to the gym again, start wearing your shoes, because this was really something I guess we all agreed that it
Yes,
was really
definitely.
painful. Because after, I mean, Maria and me were wearing the comfortable shoes, and after a short time was like hell. And so if you cannot go, start wearing your shoes at home to get used to it, because this was really, I mean, it's not that surprising if you think about it, but I think this was for us the biggest pain point, wearing the shoes. Okay, so I think that's it. As usual, if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to not miss any further videos. And I think, or I hope, next week we can go to Kiwaniku for some days. So if you don't want to miss these videos, check this out, because we are really excited to go back to the real walk. Because I think in the end we are more psyched about outdoor bouldering. Okay, that's it.